I'm Kathy Conyer from iBio Institute, and we are currently setting up the envelopes for the escape room. We are on envelope number 5. Please make sure that on your envelope you label a number 5, as well as color coding it as to which group it may be. So we're going to start off. First of all, there are only 2 different things that are really in here, only 2 puzzles. The girls will have finished all of the puzzles that they needed to, but we are going to start with this transparency piece. So this is the last of the transparency pieces that we set up. So this is our envelope, and this transparency piece is going into envelope number 5. The last piece that goes into the envelope is the fortune teller. Now, you can do this one of 2 ways depending on how much time you want to spend. We found when we did our camp that it took some of the girls a long time, and so we chose to set the fortune teller up for them. If you choose that they're going to set up their fortune teller, this is what it should look like. It needs to be a color copy because it's important that our shapes are in color. So if you give them the entire sheet, the instructions are down here on the bottom. If, like us, you decide to set it up for them and put it in setup, there is also a Puzzle 14 instructions. They're the same instructions that are down here, but a little bit easier to manage. So since we're doing that, I'm going to take the instructions for Puzzle 14 that look like this, and I am going to put that in envelope number 5. Which leaves me with the fortune teller. So here is the fortune teller that I have cut out. You'll notice I cut off the instructions, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up. And to do that, this is how you set up a fortune teller. So first you are going to fold this in half, and you are going to fold it in half again. That's going to create some creases. And then you're going to flip it over so that you can't see any of the writing, and you're going to fold in each of the corners. Now when you do that, you'll see all of the shapes in the center, and you're going to have a square shape here. And at that point, you're going to flip this over so that you can see the riddles on this side. What you'll do is you'll take each of these corners and you will fold these in. And now you're just going to see the numbers. You're going to flip this over. You're going to see the shapes on this side. Now, in order to make this easy to use, we then take this and we fold it this way and we fold it this way, right? That makes sure that we have a whole bunch of creases. And to use the fortune teller, you simply fold it in like this. Now, many of your campers will have used these before. You may have used these before. I'm sure that there is someone within your camp facilitation group that knows how to use this. But basically, they put their fingers in here. Now, when they get this, they're going to be reading the transparency code, which says fortune teller. That leads them towards this. It also tells them red. And the instructions say, hey, you need to use this to the letters of that color to determine the riddle that you use. So it happens to be red, which is our triangle, and the arrow here tells us which direction we're going to open the fortune teller first. So we're going to open this direction, R, E, and D. And then that's going to lead them to the 4 numbers that are on the inside. And this is where the math problem comes in. They are going to need to take a look. If they do that math problem, the answer to that math problem is 12. And what they'll do is open up the fortune teller, open to the puzzle for 12, and it says what stays where it is when it goes off. And the answer to this riddle is an alarm clock. On the solutions, on the cups, for each of the solutions that they have been testing in this escape room, the solution A has an alarm clock on it, and that tells them that this is solution A. Solution A is the answer. So we actually took this fortune teller, we folded it like this, and the fortune teller is going to go into envelope number 5. That leaves us with one last thing that needs to go into the envelope, and that is the little sheet that says, we know what solution we need. They will be filling this out to bring it up to you to show you that they are finished. So this last piece is going to also go in envelope 5. So now envelope 5 is completely done. If you have any questions on envelope 5, please make sure that you email us and we'll put the answer in the FAQ.